The release for XDefiant is just around the corner. It's coming out in late summer and I cannot be more excited. Now, one thing you'll always hear about this game is, will it be the COD killer? And whether that's accurate, whether that's going to happen no matter which side you're on, one thing that I know for sure is that this game will be successful. Will it kill COD? Who knows, but we're not here to talk about that. So I have 10 reasons as to why XDefiant will be successful. So without further ado, I'm Kid Covert, you're the viewer. Let's get right into it. Alright guys, so this list is in no particular order whatsoever. I'm just listing whatever comes to mind and let my ADHD run through all of it. So first up, what we have is no skill-based matchmaking and casual play. Now this has been announced for a long time before the first public closed beta. And with that being said, it's great to have an arcade shooter that's going to be ping is king. So the way it works is you're going to be matched with players with a similar ping as you, and then it'll balance the teams accordingly, just like Call of Duty used to do back in the day. So I really can't wait to have these old school Call of Duty feels where each game feels different. You'll either be stomping, or you'll be getting stomped on, or you'll be right there in the middle. Honestly, it's going to be a great time. Every game is going to feel different, and I feel like that's really going to keep the game fresh. So I really appreciate that being the case in this game. Next up, we have community endorsement. The game has done little advertising for itself. It does not do any marketing. It just simply goes on with announcements saying, hey, this open session is going to be this day, the community plays, and then through word of mouth, a lot of other players jump on board. Now, honestly, that's one of the best things that you have for this game. Having a community really just talk up your game and having your player count grow just because of community word of mouth. Having the community behind this game is really going to take this game to the next level. You're not worried about critics, you're not worried about marketing or overhype. It's coming straight from players, including myself, that really endorse this game, that like this game, and is just here for a good time. And at the end of the day, we as gamers, that's what we want. We all know that longevity is very important to games. So with that being said, in the current state of gaming, everything's live service. How long can you keep this game going? Now, XDefiant has already released a detailed roadmap where it explains how the years are going to work. Year 1 is going to have 4 seasons. It's going to have a certain number of weapons, a map. Each season already has a detail of what's coming, and we already know what to expect. So we know that they have a plan for post-launch support, and that's really going to help this game keep it fresh, keep it interesting, keep that player count alive, unlike a certain AAA title that I know that really hasn't been doing such a good job. Now, this is one of my most important points that I have on here. The release window. Slated for a late summer release, avoiding the imminent Call of Duty release that we wasn't supposed to get this year, but that's a story for another day. It will definitely help the player count. This game is a Call of Duty alternative. If it's not the COD killer, definitely the Call of Duty alternative. And avoiding a super close release window to the next Call of Duty will definitely bring players to this game for something new, something fresh, at least until COD 2023 releases. Now, hopefully some players will stay with XDefiant. When they try it out, they enjoy it and they just want to stick with XDefiant. Hopefully that's the case, because like I said, I want this game to succeed. And don't get me wrong, I do not want Call of Duty to fail. I love Call of Duty way too much, but I also want XDefiant to succeed. Nothing is better for the gaming space than competition. Alright, so let's keep the good times rolling. Now we got esports. Esports is a growing phenomenon going on in the gaming industry right now. I love watching VCT. That's my favorite esports to watch. I used to watch COD League, but with me not enjoying Modern Warfare 2 or Vanguard as much, I kind of deviated from that. Nevertheless, esports is growing. Esports has a community that's growing every single day, and it honestly seems like they're committed to creating some sort of esports within this game. If you look at the showcase that they had before the closed playtest, it was very much in the realm of esports. We had players on stage playing these competitive game modes, and you really saw like the best of the best go at it, and it was just super entertaining. The way they used the abilities, the way that they traversed the map, all these things made it a really interesting time to watch, and I would love to see this game as an esport. Honestly, this game as an esport is going to be so exciting, and I hope that they really dedicate themselves to putting the forefront, their best foot forward when it comes to this esport, just the way they do with Rainbow Six Siege, because this game definitely has the potential to be on that caliber. All right, let's keep it going. I've got my energy up. I'm excited for this next one because this next one is really important. A lot of games don't do this. A lot of developers and studios don't do this. Communication. XDefiant's communication has been one of the best we've ever seen in recent memory. I cannot explain it enough. Every single question, every concern has been brought to light by Mark Rubin, his team. We've gotten answers whether things were done on purpose for the sake of the design on the game, if it's a bug that they weren't aware about, if it's a bug that they are aware about, everything that requires a fix, even things regarding our prestige system. There was a poll on Twitter. Where Mark Rubin asked, which prestige system do we prefer? Whether we want levels that are added every season or a classic prestige system like an old school Call of Duty. The communication, everything is really number one for them when it comes to this game. Having a unified community where we could at least let majority rule and run things through that way, such a good idea. I'm so glad that they're doing this, and I hope that this game is successful because it will show a lot of other games and a lot of other developers and publishers that communication can help your game succeed and be even bigger. And isn't that what we all want? Whether it's a business side or a gaming side, you want players to be in your community. You want players to enjoy the game that you're making or that you're enjoying. Next up, and this one is also equally as important, the game is so much fun. Everything about this game feels really, really good. The last playtest, I will be honest with you, some things felt a little wonky, a little chunky, a little clunky, whatever you want to call it. Honestly, those are things that I feel like they could fix. They're just kind of like the polish, the icing on the cake that I feel like once they iron those things out, then the game will be like one of the best games I've ever played in my life. But at the end of the day, the game is fun. The game modes are fun. The maps are well done. The abilities are fun. There's so much fun to be had in this game for a free-to-play game. The amount of enjoyment that I had in the last playtest, the open one that was like 3 days long, was so much. I literally got home from my full-time day job after being stressed out all day to just come and play XDefiant. And when I tell you, you could really play this game casually, I was playing this game for a few hours without a headset. No sound, nothing. Just chilling, laid back, playing this game. And I was topping leaderboards, I was going on streaks, all these things. And then when it was time for me to turn up, I put my headphones on, I leaned forward, then I got shitted on anyway. But that's the beauty of this game. It's so much fun. Everything feels so different and it keeps on calling you back. I honestly have so much fun with this game. Now, another reason that this game is going to succeed, and it's kind of circling back to another point that I made, Ubisoft has a history of longevity in its games. Now, they are notorious for releasing games that aren't fully finished, that are buggy and having these issues at launch, like Rainbow Six Siege. But let's look back at Rainbow Six Siege. It's in its 8th year of support. The Division 2 is in like its 5th year of support, something like that, and For Honor is in its 6th year of support. These games have the longevity and have a core community, have a big community, so they know how to take care of a game. They know how to keep a game going. Now, again, I am worried about the bugginess at launch. With the amount of playtests that we have had, I'm hoping that it would be at least a bit more polished than most other games from Ubisoft has released in, or at least better than Modern Warfare 2 did. Because do you guys remember when Modern Warfare 2 did? Oh my god. All right, let me not get into it because I'm gonna get real fucking tight. But Ubisoft really has every tool in its belt to make sure that this game succeeds and succeeds for a long time. All right, next up, we have ranked play. Ranked play is a big part of games now. Every game has to have a ranked play. Honestly, I get it. I love the competitiveness in ranked play. I'm a pretty competitive person myself, even though that I suck. I enjoy competitive gameplay. I enjoy playing competitively. I feel like PvP games that don't have a ranked play are missing a piece. That's just my opinion. You don't have to agree with that, but having a ranked play in this game really gives that added level of competitiveness. Now, I don't know if this is controversial or not, but I'm gonna say it anyway. And I want to know if you guys agree with this one, because I feel like this is gonna help. But if you don't think so, if you think that Call of Duty has nothing to do with the success of this game, or the game will just succeed on its own, let me know in the comments. I'm really interested to hear what are you guys' thoughts on this part here. But the current frustrations with Call of Duty. People are fucking fed up with Call of Duty. They are fucking mad. The post-launch support of multiplayer, the decisions they made for the gameplay of itself, the bundles that they keep pushing on us for a game that already costs $70 freaking dollars. Like, dude, come on, like, why? I don't understand. Like, I understand you gotta make your money, like, go and get your bag, bro, but why? Like, $70, and then you want to push bundles on top of that, and then on top of that, DMZ has to be like pay to win or whatever the fuck is going on there. All right, let me go back, because again, this is a video for another day. Frustrations with Call of Duty has players looking for an alternative. I'm not even gonna lie to you. When they announced XDefiant, that was my first thought process. Oh my god, another game like Call of Duty. Something else that I could put my feet in. All these things really came to my mind because I'm frustrated with Call of Duty. And I'm sure I'm not the only one. I feel like it'll at least bring players to try it. Now, is everybody gonna like the game? No. Let's say XDefiant has 100,000 players coming from Call of Duty, and about half of them stay with XDefiant because they're enjoying it. That's still a significant number of players that are enjoying this game. just because they tried it out because of frustrations with Call of Duty. That can help the game. Again, I'm not saying I want Call of Duty to fail, but frustrations with Call of Duty can help this game succeed. I do see a lot of players that are frustrated with Call of Duty coming to this game because it's just similar enough. That's gonna do it for me, guys. Let me know what you guys think of the list. Honestly, I'm very excited for XDefiant. I can't wait for this game to come out. I got a lot more coming for you guys. If you guys are enjoying the content, if you guys want to hear more about all things FPS, I try to keep up with it as much as I can. Please like, share, and subscribe. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts. I would love to have you guys in the community. And I hope to see you guys in my next videos. Thank you.